eating things that we don't know right now. We know them by the name and they are like the way they are, but uthi baye
Nigeria. Not like it's new. They do eat dog in Nigeria. Even my own village where I'm coming from, they do eat dog in the village. But me myself, I will not eat dogs.
It's not a
my brother
wealth.
okay. Ask
I know I'm saying it's not a dog eat dog wealth.
You say what?
I'm saying it's not a dog eat dog wealth.
No, I don't know about that.
Never.
Yayo, I don't know whether I'm calling your name correctly. Can you please
Yayo way. Yeah.
Yayo Way. Okay. Can you please maybe tell us as South Africans the significance or the importance of eating dog, if you know any information about it? Because at the moment we are confused. At this moment, even Awal can even tell us maybe the significance.
You understand me?
I can't hear you.
I said I won't speak for anyone. As for me, I will not eat dog meat because I love dog. Like they're like my best friend I have at home. I have dog in my house, so I will never think of eating dogs.
At all.
At all. Even when I see somebody eating it, only if I don't know when somebody gave it to me, I don't know. But if you tell me you give me dog meat, I will never gonna try it. Even the pot you used to cook the dog meat, I'm not gonna use that pot to cook for myself anymore if I find out.
Thabang, I don't want to speak for you, but I think what maybe the point you are trying to drive here is for somebody who knows people that partake in this practice, what you're asking is what is their excuse? What are their reasons for doing this?
Yes, I was asking.
I don't think they have a reason.
You are right. Somebody said he cannot tell us the whole info because it's the ritual form of thing.
No, it's not. People eat it for fun. They go and buy it. They buy it from the owner and kill it. It's not like it's a ritual. It's nothing. People eat it like just meat, like the way you eat goat meat, cow meat. That's why people buy it and eat. It's nothing. I'm from Nigeria. I know how it is. It's nothing. It's not about rituals or nothing. It's just they eat it for fun.
And my brother, and I got a message maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes ago. The time when I was out of this life, someone said they are doing a ritual for God of Iron. Something
that's like Yoruba side. They use it. They don't eat it. I think I asked my friend about that. That's for Yoruba culture. They don't eat it. They use it for their own sacrifice or prayer. It's like a prayer for. Like
guys, I think you guys are just getting this whole ideology wrong in terms of
I know.
People can actually like eat what they want to eat. It's just like some part of the world people eat snakes, people eat crocodile, people just find will I say they just find the urge of eating some certain things, depending on how they grew up, where they come from, the communities they come from. People eat monkeys, and all that. So I feel like dog is just like one of those other meats that you see some certain people just love to eat. You get not like I've eaten dog before, or I encourage people to eat dog because I don't eat dogs. Dog. I love dog. I have a dog. So, but I feel like one man's food is another man's poison. So people can choose to eat what they want to eat. Like, let's say I've seen people who make monkey their pets, but there are other people who also eat monkeys. You get. So if somebody that has a monkey as pet and you're eating monkey, the person is going to look at you like, you're eating my best friend. You get what I mean? So it's the same kind of feeling when you eat your pork meat, your pig. There are people who also keep pigs as pets. You get what I mean? They don't eat pigs, but they keep it as pets. So I feel like the same way they're going to look at you and say, "Oh, why are you eating a pig? Like you're eating my best friend. I have this at home. I play with it and all that, but you're eating it." You get what I mean? So this whole thing, it's depending on the community, the culture, of the people and all that. Like if you go to Nigeria, we know there's a specific kind of like group of ethnic group, which is a tribe that eats dog. So we don't go about judging them and saying, "Oh, you guys eat dog," because we see them as, "Oh, it's their thing." You can even see when they're having when they're having party, like normal party, the way you cook your beef, they will cut dogs, they will go buy dogs in the market, you know, like your local dogs, they cut it, they cook it nicely, they eat their food, you know, you can even see them eating it, you know, they're happy, you know, we don't go about telling them, oh, you're eating, but if you have a dog, you can keep your dog, you know, nobody's going to go to your dog and take your dog from you and eat, you get what I mean? Because people who also have dogs, who also love dogs, also live in those same communities or those part of the states, you get what I mean? So so I feel like this whole thing is just the idea of one man's food is another man's poison. So it's not like they're doing a ritual with it or whatever. People eat, I know a tribe even in Nigeria that also eats pythons, like snakes.
Yes,
Then
I was going to say that.
Yes, then I also know a tribe that doesn't eat python. Like if you even kill a snake in that place, you will bury that snake like you're burying a human being. You get what I mean?
You know,
you're definitely going to do all the rites, you know, all the burial rites, funeral rites, and everything. So all this whole thing is just tribe, culture, you know, and a part of people, a way of life. You get what I mean? So
Yes,
that's
that seems, sorry to interrupt you. The reason why I was interested in this topic, because, I mean, in the township, we've been seeing a lot of dogs disappearing. So it's been just, people have been asking themselves, what is happening to our dogs? So, you know, to me, that was, maybe it just answers the question. Maybe somebody is taking the dogs and just skinning the dog and boiling the dog and eating it. You see what I mean?
Well, there are a lot of stray dogs. You can't say dogs disappear. Then it's probably people from Nigeria.
No, I'm not. I didn't say that. I said maybe it started to make me think. I'm not pointing any finger to anyone. I'm just saying that, you know.
Remember also, dogs can just walk away. There are stray dogs everywhere. Like you can actually walk out at night. You will see like stray dogs walking at night. You get what I mean? So I feel like sometimes people lost their dog. Sometimes dogs are being stolen, you know, and resold. You get, like, I have a friend, he once had two German shepherds, and these two German shepherds puppies, sometimes they just walk out of the gate, like, just, you know, when they see people, they just walk out of the gate and waggle their tails and stuff. One day he came back, he didn't see his dogs. He was like, they stole my dogs. You know, somebody must have stolen those dogs, probably like taking them somewhere and sold them or things like that. So you can't really say that it must be people that are eating dogs. It might be people that are stealing dogs to resell.
Well, it never used to happen at this rate. That's what, you know, that's my concern. It used to happen, of course. We all know that dogs, they just walk away. But it never used to happen at this rate.
You know, this dog eating thing, right? I'm just gonna tell you guys one thing. Like in Nigeria, right, the parts that eats this dog meat they're talking about, like the people from the Ibibios, the Efik people, you know, they are like in the southern part of Nigeria. They're not although I feel like some parts of some villages also eat dog. It just depends on the person, you know. Yes. And some people, you know, some people will also like taste it and just have interest in it. Then wherever they sell it, they will go there and buy. You know, so but there's this specific tribe that we know that, okay, these people, they eat dog meat. Like if they are doing occasion, they must cook it. You get what I mean? So those people like the Ibibios, the Efik, they don't even travel that much. Most of them are in Nigeria. They barely travel.
They also eat the intestines of the dogs.
No, I'm not sure.
I think they eat everything, bro. They do eat everything.
But they might be eating everything just the way you eat your intestine. Your goat intestine.
I like intestine from goat or cow.
Teams and Yayo, just as you round up your thoughts, I just want to ask something else.
Okay.
There are part of the states in Nigeria where they say that people keep hyenas and all of these wild animals.
Maybe Kano.
I think it's in the north.
Yes,
the northern part of Nigeria.
Yes, north.
They can keep hyenas, but you know, sometimes we're scared of those things because we feel like some of those things, wild animals are kept with, will I say, with muti. You know, you guys call it muti, right? Yeah. We feel like they use muti to hold some of them because you know you can't keep a hyena and a hyena wouldn't eat you because a hyena is like a carcass, like they eat carcass. You know how they are. So I feel like most of these people, they also use muti to hold these animals. I don't know or sometimes you can also raise a white animal and it becomes your friend. You can see the Arabs, the way they play with lions, tigers, and stuff. So so I'm not gonna just judge or whatever. They just choose to do what they want to do.
We listen, we don't judge.
We don't judge. Yes. Perfect.
What about government? What is the stance of government in terms of enacting legislation that prohibits all of this? Because I think it's danger to society as well.
Well, when it comes to culture and tradition, people's way of life, the government have little or much to add to it. It's just like someone coming to South Africa to say, because people die in circumcision, when people are 12 years old, just the way you take your guys to the mountain and then they say some people die from these things, let's stop it. You guys wouldn't want them to stop it because some of you also pass through these things. You get what I mean? So
related to that, in that case,
I feel like culture.
No, Tim, can I answer you? In that
you can answer
that
me.
you're referring to, yes, they used to pass away, but now we have actually given them an option, of a secondary option of doing that properly and under supervision, because there were so many deaths.
Yes.
So now, and another thing I wanted to actually find out, it means if there is such people in your guys' community who are eating not only dogs, but eating pythons, eating monkeys, eating, I don't know, God, whatever God put under the sun, you guys can never ever actually preserve wildlife in your country. Have you guys thought about that?
Yes, that is the point where, like you said, the government needs to come in to preserve wildlife and things like that. You'd see a story of a guy that caught one fish. I've forgotten the name of that fish. And they said this guy just called his entire community and ate this fish. And that fish online is worth about $1.3 million. And so you get,
I remember that.
Yes, so it's also, this thing is also, in terms of enlightenment, illiteracy, you get, because a lot of people are not educated to know that some of these white animals, they can go on instinct, they can go like when you eat them, or if you preserve them, you can also use them to make money and things like that. So when the government is not pushing for forex reserve and wildlife reserve and things like that, so you don't expect the people to do much. You will see them still acting blindly, feeling like they're their forefathers or they're their ancestors. When they see like a crocodile, they say, this is food. So like I said there are people who in their communities, they worship some of these things and they don't eat them. You get what I mean? Like I know of a village, I know of a community that they don't eat monkey, they don't kill monkey, they worship those monkeys. You get, so those certain people, they also have those monkeys in their whatever, like a zoo or things like that. Yes, they just kept it in their shrines, their zoo and things. So I feel like this whole thing of another man's food, another man's poison, it just happens everywhere. So if you go to Nigeria, you find,
James, I have a question.
Sorry, can I just ask you something? Do you guys have zoos in Nigeria?
If we have what?
We do have some. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have zoo. Yeah, we have zoo.
With animals physically?
Yes, lion, everything.
Yes,
yeah.
lions, everything. There are zoos in almost every state in Nigeria. Every state has a zoo.
Yeah, there are zoos.
There are zoos, yeah.
Okay, any stories of...
I like what I like what Reformed was saying. We don't judge here, but we listen.
Yeah.
Right? So now, when you guys, because it seems like it's just, like you said, another man's food is another man's whatever.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens now, don't you guys think that could easily lead to cannibalism?
Cannibalism.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because it seems like there are no restrictions. You can just eat whatever you want. So don't you think that can lead to cannibalism now? We don't judge.
When you say
We don't judge.
cannibalism, are you talking about humans eating
Other
blood
humans. Yeah.
or eating other humans?
Yeah.
From another tribe.
Never.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
I'm not sure of that
We
because
don't do that.
people, we
Never,
don't do
never,
that in
never,
Nigeria.
never,
Like
never.
we don't do that in
We don't.
Nigeria.
How we eat
I'm
a
not sure
human
of
being?
that.
No, never.
I know of
Never,
animals.
never.
I know of animals, but I don't know of humans eating humans. That's
No,
something
madam, no,
else.
it's not
Except you're
possible.
except
It's
you're
not
now
possible.
a demon or a vampire. You get what I
Imagine,
mean?
guys, you know why
Yeah.
are we saying that? Because if you guys can eat a lion that consumes a human, technically down the line somewhere you have consumed human. Because bio.
What about fish? What about fish? What about fish too? Do you know
As-
fish they also consume human too? Sometimes when you die in the water, something like that, you never can see you never consume human.
With the fish,
How do
I've
you know?
never been bitten
How
by
do you
a
know? How do you know what the how do you know what the
But
fish consumes in the water? What do you know what the fish is eating in the water? You don't know.
I've been in the. I understand. Okay. Let's say the
well,
shark.
Mel,
Thank you for referring to a
to
shark.
be honest with you, I feel like every animal, like every carnivorous animal or every animal, like even the dogs you're talking about, also bites humans, right? And I feel like it's not really, if you eat an animal, whether the animal it bites human, and the chances, okay, let's even say the chances of an animal biting a human is like, will I say, is like 0.5 over 1,000. Because if you look at yourself, how many times have you seen a lion bite somebody? It's either if the lion is it probably is roaming around, or move out of the jungle or things like that. You hardly see those things occur. Even when you go to oceans, how many times those sharks bite people? Thus you can count. You get what I mean? If you say, let's check the statistics of sharks biting people in South Africa this year, you can actually count. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like an everyday.
I'm
It's not
going
like
to
an everyday
debunk
occurrence.
what you would just said about cannibalism, because I am reading an article written by Onakpo Fure Vanessa.
Okay.
She is stating that cannibalism in Nigeria is still alive till this day. There was a case of a suspected 57-year-old cannibalist arrested for selling human parts. So that's a reason I was asking you, if there are no regulations when it comes to you can eat whatever you want just because another man's food, then doesn't that lead to cannibalism? And it proves my point from this article that yes, people do eat other humans.
Did you read the story of the Epstein list, like Epstein Island, and the things that's happened there, and the children being trafficked, their bloods and things like that. There's just a lot happening in the world. So most of the time when you hear news like this or stories like this that you see, they said, oh, humans are missing, kids are missing, things. Sometimes those people that are missing are even trafficked abroad. Is even most of the people in the Western world that actually buys this.
But that's not what we are talking about here. We are not talking about.
No, you're talking about a lady saying you said you read a story of a lady.
It's not this. If you Google, there's like literally a litany of articles about cannibalism.
That is what I'm saying.
In Nigeria.
If you talk about cannibalism, you're not gonna pinpoint. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to pinpoint a particular place and say this is happening here, so it's here. You get what I mean? Because all over the world, even here in South Africa, there are still people probably doing rituals. You get what I mean?
I'm sorry to do that, to cut in like this. Since I think he's trying to point out, if there is, let's go with what you're saying in the narrative. There's other people who are eating other people somewhere else in the world.
This happens everywhere.
Hold on. When let's say those people are caught out, and this person is labeled a cannibal, do you know that there's an evaluation, a psychic evaluation on that person to find out why they consume human flesh. And that is documented. Currently, right now, I don't think there is actually a thesis on Nigerians that are consuming dogs or that are consuming humans.
No Nigeria is eating human being, to be honest.
That's what I'm trying to explain to her, but she doesn't
If
understand.
you're talking about human parts,
Lena has come through with an article that says it's actually active currently.
And it's not only one article, like I said, there's a little
You know that.
You're from Nigeria, right?
Guys,
You're from Nigeria, right?
Guys, let me tell you something. Guys, let me tell you guys something.
We can't eat anything
Right?
because we are Nigeria. We don't just eat anything, right?
See, guys, let me tell you guys something,
It's not
right?
possible.
Have you guys heard of the organ trafficking whole thing happening in this whole wide world? Organ trafficking, people taking people's liver, taking people's kidney, whatever.
we know that happens.
Okay, now when you take somebody's organ,
I'm gonna drop down. There's a request. I'm gonna drop down.
Okay. So, when you take someone's organ, right? Where do you dispose the body? What will you make of that body? Because now you've taken whatever you need, and then so how do you dispose of that body? What do you do with the body? So if these things happen everywhere in the world, it means there are a specific kind of people who probably engage in this whole evil act, and people who also patronize these people, and people who also push them to do these things. So maybe they can catch somebody that have done this thing, and then they put like an article and say, oh, this person was caught, with this. And when they start evaluating these things, they know that for a human being,
it's normal. You get Buravor's dog Buravor's. What are you talking about?
Invent, can you tell us?
The invent, when you're in Nigerian, you are the Nigerian one. We are talking to you and Leon.
All right, family, I'm out and I'll be back soon.
Think leyo nyama beyidliwa from ancient time, the time of their own ancestors. Angazalwa.
I'll never accept that, mina ngifuna ukuzwa ngabo. They are the ones who are entitled to tell us. No South African
Nigerians were eating it. My great grandfather were also eating it. So it's our culture. I don't have to explain to you why we eat lion, why we eat dog, why we eat python. It's our thing. Like, it's what we grow up. It's just like a normal dish. I can go to the restaurant if they sell dog and I order for dog meat. That is just my thing.
We are not judging you.
Wait, we are not judging you. Just like
you.
No, the question is just judgment. When you're asking this type of question, I don't know the answer to give, seriously. Because I grew up eating it. And all these animals, I grew up eating it. So I see no reason why I have to. I don't have the explanation for all this. Because I grew up eating it. It's just a normal thing for in lion.
We are different from you guys from West Africa. We are not against West Africa. In West Africa, either indoors or one side. Not as South Africans, we can eat our own things that we know as South Africans. And in food as South Africans, we can learn from our own traditional food, and our own traditional food can incorporate all of us in different tribes. You understand? So angazi because you guys are fighting there. Omunye we don't eat dogs. Victor said that. The other one said from another province they eat it. The other one says this one eat dogs. In fish, something that we cannot understand.
Feet is a part of chicken. We eat chicken.
Yes.
Everyone around the globe eats chicken. And I'm just here to say, South Africans, we are that girl. We are that girl. We don't eat dog.
And these people,
we are that girl.
In South Africa, we are at this moment we are not bragging about South Africa, but we know what is South Africa culture. A culture is so diverse, it cooperates everyone, and let me say mina ngumSuthu ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngilene ngezinto ezinye zamaZulu or Ndebele or anything, their food what, but bona in their side they are clashing per se. They can learn, but they will clash somewhere and say this, we are not doing this and this and that. But
aside from that, when aside from that, asikhathali ukuthi bayaclash what not, batya izinja, asizityi thina izinja, bangazozicompara nathi.
We can we cannot eat something that is abominable or that is a taboo. You understand? We cannot eat many wild animals. We know we eat some of the animals from the wild, like rabbits and other things. You understand? But to the point of eating snakes and dogs.
Oh, but they were still speaking, and there was even another one got triggered and even ended up leaving. But they were open, and they were so open to even telling us more and everything. And this is what I'm saying: we should give them a chance to speak. This is the flow. We understand, because now we are sitting here meat, because it seems like all our lines are drawn by the colonial master. If you actually think about it, but
why are we fighting now?
No, it's not a matter of why we are fighting.
Khatheni off looking at the escalate hayibo kuviwe sivile.
Make assumptions now. Okay, you guys don't eat dog meat, but you want to sit here and tell us about why people eat dog meat.
It's so high. Right, no,
we are escalating, and there's no need to be honest.
They are not here. Guys, they can come at another time. You'll ask them.
Guys, I think that the reason why these people are consuming dog meat maybe is because of the struggling in their country, and I also so I think that whatever they go through in their country, we must learn from it so that we don't fall into the same pit. Also,
I'm gonna meet you. Guys, this is not how it's gonna go. This is not how it goes. If you have a point of view that we are pressing the conversation in an uncomfortable manner, you shouldn't be coming onto the panel defending umuntu wangaphandle. Number one, we are a platform that is bringing out a united front, guys. Even if we don't agree among ourselves, we shouldn't be coming onto the platform expressing something else. Okay, I'm expecting if you guys niyabagreela nabantu labo ukuthi bayazidla abazidla izinja akuhlangene nani niyabajaja nibajaji. I roast these people. I roast every day, guys. You know
the point that we're trying to bring about.
So what are you saying? Are you talking about the article you read about a man caught in cannibalism in Nigeria? Articles you read about people
different men. In fact, it's a tribe.
Different men. Now, have you also read articles from different parts of the world of people caught in cannibalism?
I'm not concerned about the world right now.
Why are you so concerned about Nigeria? That's what I'm saying. Why are you not also looking out other places?
We are talking about Nigerian things, right?
You're just looking for a point to attack Nigeria.
Are you just looking for? No, that's what I want to understand, because the same, if we Google South Africa, we'll also see people that have also done cannibalism here in South Africa. So why are you not like generalizing it and saying, oh, this whole thing, condemning it, oh, this whole thing is bad? Like why are you like saying in Nigeria people do this thing in Nigeria, like it happens only in Nigeria?
Hold up. I remember what I said here. I said here we don't judge, we just listen. Remember. So no one is judging anyone. We are trying to understand your culture so that when we mingle with you guys and you do things that is eyebrow raising to us, we can understand you guys. It's
but you're talking to a Nigerian, and the Nigerian is telling you that people in Nigeria don't eat humans, and you are still saying you read an article, and I'm telling you that those things happen. Those things are like 1 in a million. Even here in South Africa, you can also find articles like that. You get what I mean? You can't use one article or articles you've read and then you say Nigerians are like that.
It's a part of the country. Go ahead, Nonda.
Yes, it was trending for a long time since we started this platform. people in Nigeria were eating kids. They even confirmed that the intestine of the kid in the palm